All right, on the phone with me now is Josh Lester. Josh is the owner of this super cool '93 Oldsmobile Cutlass. First saw this car at the Street Machine Nationals reunion show this past summer, and it was definitely one of my favorites. Josh, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Not a problem. Well, this is something new we're trying, so you're kind of our guinea pig here.
All right.
We're basically just going to talk a little bit, talk some cars, as oftentimes people do. But I guess just first tell us about yourself, where you're from, and how you got into hot rodding.
Yeah, my name's Josh Lester. From Alexis, Illinois. I own my own little body shop here in Monmouth, Illinois, next to Metal Crafters. I got my start in hot rodding from my dad, actually. He's always been into Oldsmobiles and old cars and stuff, so actually I picked up on it from him. Is where I got my start from.
Very cool. Well, your current build is cool, and it's going to be the subject of a full feature in RPM. But any other cars you've done prior to this? I know usually something like this is not the first. So what have you had prior to the Cutlass?
Actually, I've still got the same car I've had since high school. It's a '78 Cutlass. It's got a big block Olds power plant also. Then I've got a '64 Olds F85, which is just my driver. So I actually got the little 225 Buick V6 in it. So my '93 is actually just is what I've been working on lately. But I've had several cars throughout the years, and I still, are holding on to everything I've had prior to this. So yeah, this is just one of many.
Very cool. Well, I remember seeing the thing, and it's got that crazy blow-off valve hanging out of the hood, and kind of sits like an old Warren Johnson Pro Stocker.
Right, right.
Tell me a little bit about the idea to build this car, where the creative juices came from.
Actually, I wanted to build the car off of the old Pro Stock cars. I really liked that body style when they used them for the Pro Stock cars back in the '90s, and that's why I started building it. And then, of course, I wanted to have the Oldsmobile power plant because I'm actually an Oldsmobile guy. And I went, I had naturally aspirated motors and everything, and we was thinking about going to turbos, but I want to try this Pro Charger out on this car. Probably the next car, I'll probably go twin turbos on the next car. But actually, I had the opportunity to meet Warren Johnson, and he signed the car this past year at Cordova at the World Series of Drag Racing, and it was pretty cool to meet him and talk with him. And he actually asked me the same question: what inspired me to do the car? And I told him it was the old Pro Stock cars, why I did it. So it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, I remember seeing the signature on the dash when I was looking at the car in DuQuoin, so that's kind of why I asked. Well, aside from the induction system, which was obviously pretty cool and high tech, what other touches did you do to the car that you think are kind of groundbreaking or unique?
I would say actually the biggest thing is actually running an Oldsmobile motor, especially putting boost in it. The old motors are known for not taking a lot of boost, and we're never going to shove a lot of boost into the car. Right now, we're only putting about 13 pounds in it, and we're wanting to look at upwards of 20 pounds when we get everything set where we want to, where we really want to start pouring it to it. The CNS carburetor kind of limits us as far as fuel management, so we're switching to fuel injection this winter. So actually, like I said, overall, I'd say being Pro Charged or boosted and having a big block Olds, which is very rare. That's I think the special feature of the car because everybody's usually expecting a big block Chevy when you pop the hood. So.
Sure. Well, I've seen the car driven on the street, so it's street legal, and you can drive it on the street. Have you? You've obviously made some passes down the track with it.
Yes, yes, yeah. We attempt every weekend.
Okay. What kind of numbers have you put up? What's the best in the car?
We've been running low nines, high eights with the car. Mile an hour is anywhere from 146 to 148. Like I said, we're really limited on boost right now because we can't get enough fuel in it because we're running the ethanol, the E85. So we're having a problem with the carburetor getting enough fuel in it. So hopefully next year, if you're running mid eights pretty consistently, we can put more boost to it, obviously with more fuel. So yeah, that's where we're at with it right now.
Okay. Well, you're a paint and body guy by trade. What made you settle on? I think I saw in the spec sheet that you picked like a Nissan factory gold color or sand.
And actually, in the '90s, GM did run kind of a beige color on those cars, and I've always kind of been a beige freak, I guess you could say. I like the more subtle colors. You see a lot of blues, reds, blacks, and I was like, I'm going to do something different. I got a lot of mixed emotions about about the color, but bottom line was it was my car. If I didn't like it, I'd paint it a different color the next year. Obviously I can do that every day of the week. So
Right.
I took it and ran with it, and I tell you what, a lot of people like it, and I'm really tickled with it. I think it looks really good, that color.
Yeah, it's very unique. Well, I kind of got kind of a small world because I was writing my book about the Street Machine Nationals and came across and got to know Kim Go from Metal Crafters pretty well, and
Hmm.
so obviously he speaks very highly of you. You work out of his shop. I'm sure he's kind of showing you some of the pro street stuff he's done from back in the day.
Right, right.
And also, I think is it Robert who has the zoomy headered Chevy?
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Yep. Between Metal Crafters and Robert Carrasco, which has got the little '87 Chevy Sprint, between those two, they did the fab work as far as cage, and Robert did a lot of the other welding for my induction and stuff also. So yeah, between the two, they did most of the chassis fab work, and then I took it from there.
very cool. Well, my project car will end up in your shop before it's all over with. We'll over at Metal Crafters. I think Kim's going to do or Robert may end up doing it, the header fab and maybe some fitment on the fiberglass clip. So we'll be in touch
Right.
for sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
Well, I won't take up any more of your time. I think this was pretty cool and added some multimedia for the newer generation, so they can kind of get to know the guys behind the car, so to speak. But I appreciate your time today.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks a lot.
Yep. Thank you.